Yes, you already know who it is. Two of the best bad guys in the biz. I go by the name of Steph Ronin. That's my main man, Aaron McKee.
What up, y'all?
And we are your
Hell yeah, bro. Let's get it. We're going to start with a little Backlash preview show. We're throwing it on Word on the Street this week. See if y'all like it. See if y'all hate it. Let us know in the comments. But we can start. We talked about it on the WWE review. Our least interested match, Pat McAfee versus Gunther. Who you got winning, big dog? Who you got winning? Gunther, me too.
And Gunther again.
Do we have what percent chance do you give Goldberg coming out?
St. Louis Goldberg. I give it a 50%.
50-50?
If he doesn't come, I wouldn't be like, okay. I wouldn't expect him, but if he comes, I'm like, okay, it makes sense if this is what they're still trying to do with Gunther and Goldberg, right?
Yeah.
So
do we get, since Pat McAfee won't be in the booth for this match, do we get a Corey Graves appearance? Do we get Corey Graves in this booth? Or is it going to be Wade Barrett?
Shit, it might be Testator.
Yeah,
who knows, bro?
People are starting to love Testator. He got a lot of hate, bro. He got a lot of hate, and I was behind him. Now people are loving this man, bro. Loving him.
Yeah.
All right.
Dare I say that he is going? He's the replacement for Michael Cole.
Oh yeah.
That's what I think they're grooming to be.
Yeah. And Michael Cole's got like 5 years left, I think, on his contract. He just re-signed. So we got some time. Corey Graves should have been the goddamn replacement, but it is what it is.
Yeah, that's his fault.
Then we get a match that just kind of gets added. It really wasn't no big deal, but I see it's Dom versus Penta for the Intercontinental Championship.
Okay, well, Dom's going to win that match.
100%, especially because we heard the rumors of the Penta Bros reuniting. So I was like, ain't no way Penta's win this Intercontinental Championship. Ain't no way.
No way. No.
So we both got Dirty Dom. We're both 2 for 2 on this bad boy.
Dirty Dom going to get it DD.
We going to go to Lyra versus Becky Lynch. And I think this is the one that a lot of people are going to be like, I don't know who wins this one. This is the only match I think people are going to be like, I don't know who wins this one. It's going to be Becky Lynch. You think so?
Yeah.
Becky Hogan, if you will. You think it's Becky Hogan? Man, I think Lyra gets the win because of Bayley comes out and interferes. She's going to cost Becky the match.
Okay.
Then it'll set up a little Becky-Bayley rivalry type shit because, we'll see how that goes. But
right.
You're taking Becky, I'm taking Lyra. So
I'm taking Becky.
Like I said, I think this one is split, and we are split. But the only reason I want to pick Becky is because the last 2 times we know in WWE, she stood victorious over Becky, and Lyra's beaten Becky twice in matches already, bro. Twice.
Right.
So, man, is Becky Hogan going to let it happen? That's my thing. What's better for business, Lyra to keep the belt or Becky to keep the belt?
Becky to get the belt.
Yeah.
That's what's best for business as far as a national standpoint.
Yeah.
Being
appeal, money,
mainstream.
Everything.
Yeah.
I don't see too many Lyra t-shirts. I see a lot of the man t-shirts. You know what I'm saying?
I have never seen. Do she have a t-shirt?
I don't know. I would hope
wear her
so,
t-shirts.
bro. I would hope so. She just wear feathers.
It's just feathers. That's what it is.
Everyone online's like, who's winning, the bird girl or the man?
Right. The bird girl or the man.
So then we get the Samoan Werewolf defending that U.S. Championship belt versus L.A. Knight, Damian Priest, and shouldn't be in the match, Drew McIntyre. Who you got winning this match? I think this is one where Triple H might throw us for a loop and maybe Drew gets the win or something. Some shady kind of pin, something. No?
It's going to be Jacob all the way, bro.
God damn, I'm taking Jacob too, bro.
Listen, I mean, for him to win that title at WrestleMania and to drop it at the next pay-per-view, bro, come on with this shit.
But
that would be bad.
He could drop it without getting pinned, and that's the thing. You know what I'm saying?
No,
nothing.
He could, but it would defeat the purpose of him gaining the title.
Oh, yeah,
because this will technically be his first title defense since he won the title.
Yeah,
and he loses. Nah, bro.
You know what makes no sense to me in Fatal 4-Way sometimes, bro, or triple threats.
What's that?
Why doesn't Solo just start in the ring with him and just help Jacob the whole time, bro? You can't get can't get disqualified.
That's true.
Just be like,
that's true.
They're like, hey, Solo, get out the ring. He's like, no, I'm good, bro.
I'm not going anywhere. and he starts helping him. Like,
what if Solo cost Jacob the belt? Because Solo's getting there's a little tension between them, bro.
I think it will make the tension between them escalate even more if Jacobs keeps the belt and somebody comes across for Solo and be like, man, you haven't had any gold since the North American title, my guy.
You didn't get no main roster belts, big dog.
So, and he starts getting a little bit gold fever.
Mm-hmm.
And that causes him to kind of act a certain way towards Jacob because his greed for that gold, the U.S. Championship belt, is making him act out of character. And I think that can be another layer to their beef than what they already have.
Yeah.
Now, that rivalry can thrive without the title in it because there's a lot of history with them too, because they're family and so they don't really need the title for it. But I think it would add an extra layer if they had the title, because I promise you right now, if Jacob Fatu, even though I fuck with Drew, if Jacob Fatu drops this title at Backlash after he won it at WrestleMania, bro, and he haven't even defended it yet, bro.
That's suspect. That's suspect.
Next time we do the pod, I'm gonna rip the fucking shreds the booking on that shit, bro.
But we both got Jacob Fatu winning. Yeah. Small chance Drew wins for me. Like a 10%. 10%. I don't want to hit you with some Steiner math, but just 10% Drew wins.
No, right? Not no Steiner math. Don't hit me with Steiner math, bro. Yes, I would say if the runner-up isn't Jacob, yes, definitely gonna be Drew.
Yeah.
I don't see Priest, and I damn sure I don't know. Now I did text you. I said Priest is the next U.S. champion.
No, bro.
I think Priest is the next U.S. champion, bro. I don't think he gets it in this match, but I think down the line, I think he's going to be the fucking next U.S. champion, bro.
No, we don't want to say. And I was a big fan of Damian Priest when he won Money in the Bank, bro. And ever since he won the world title, I'm like, nah, not for me. Not for me, bro.
Yeah, I told you, bro. Like you was big on Damian Priest at one point, bro. And I said, nah, bro. He don't do it for me, bro.
I was.
The same now what you seeing now is what I've been seeing, bro. He ain't it.
Yeah.
He is not it to me.
He's
bro.
not.
I don't know what it is. He don't know how to connect with the crowd.
Yeah. It's the lack of Judgment Day, I think. He needs to be in a fraction, I think. It helps him. Rhea, she's just fine without Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Damian Priest, not as good. And I think Finn Balor, if he ever goes away from Judgment Day, he'll be just fine as well. Finn Balor would be, because he was already an established solo star. You know what I mean?
So if you said Damian's no longer in it, Rhea didn't need him, Finn Balor don't need him. So it seems to me the only reason why Judgment Day is still intact is for Dom.
Yeah. And shit, we forgot to bring this up on Raw, bro.
Backstage conversation with Roxanne Perez and fucking
Finn Balor. Shit.
Yeah.
What about that, bro? How you feel about that?
That did make me go like this. What's that emoji that like this?
Huh.
Yeah, that shit made me do that.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're setting up a Roxanne Julia tag match against Liv and Raquel when Liv gets back from filming her movie. Maybe. But
maybe.
Let's get to this.
Roxanne buddies up to fucking Dirty Dom. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, steals that man.
He's a new side piece.
Steals that man.
New side piece.
Damn. Yeah. Dom got weak knees, bro. He got weak knees. You going from woman to woman.
Weak knees, bro. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry.
Remember when Tiffy was like, if I win the belt from you, Liv, do I get him as well? And Dom was like, oh. And then Liv looked at him. He said, no. He said, oh, no.
Dom is the ladies' man in WWE.
Well, the mullet and the mustache, baby. Any single man out there can't get a lady, grow a mullet and a mustache. There you go.
Yeah, go ahead and do that shit if you want to.
Yeah, talk shit about your whole family. Call your mom a whore. Tell your dad's a deadbeat. You get all the women.
Damn.
We get Cena, Randy Orton, bro. Now the rumor online was there is a possibility Cody Rhodes returns at Backlash, but if not, he will be back to full-time the SmackDown after is what the word on the street is. Would you like to see Cody get involved in this match?
I mean, he has a reason to get involved, but at the same time, nah.
And I don't see, if he gets involved, he can't cost John Cena the title on his first title defense. You know what I'm saying? The only thing he could do is maybe kind of get involved and cost Randy the title, and then Randy gets mad at Cody type shit. I don't know.
And that could be off a good feud for them to start for Randy and Cody. But see, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm hurting over here, man. I'm hurting.
I got an idea.
What's up?
Travis Scott's fucking horrible Fiend music hits again. He's coming to the ring, and then that's when Cody gets involved. He takes out Travis Scott to make it a fair fight the whole time. That's the only reason I can see Cody getting involved where it doesn't really affect the match. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, like, I'm sitting here listening to you right now, and I'm just thinking, Jesus, like, this shit we're talking about right now, I am not into it at fucking all, bro.
You're not
And
excited for the main event at all.
I'm reaching, and I'm trying to pull myself to make me be invested into it emotionally. I can't do it, bro. Like, maybe it's because what you experienced in the Attitude Era with D'Lo Brown and one of the headbangers is what I experienced with John Cena and Orton. Bro, I seen them wrestle so many times.
Yep.
To the point to where even now I'm like, I really don't need to see that right now.
Yeah.
Because I've seen that so many times, and I saw it when it was at the peak.
Mm-hmm.
Now you want me to watch the same match when they lost a step or two?
Yeah. I went to a WWE live event when I was in the Army. It was probably 2008. Do you know who the main event was?
Cena and Orton?
Yep. It sure was, bro.
Yeah, they was wrestling a lot then, bro. Like, Cena said, man, it got to the point where, Orton was like, it got to a point where we didn't have to talk. I could just know what was going on just by how his body was moving and different things.
I knew what was
it's
coming.
because you wrestled him like 15 other times that week before you had that match. So it's like, shit. Nah, Travis Scott don't excite me.
What percent chance does Travis Scott show up?
None.
You think none?
None.
Okay.
None.
Okay.
He's not going to show up at Backlash. Let me say, is one of the Backlash themes? Is it a Travis Scott song?
I hope not. No, I don't know if there is a song or nothing, but there might be. But I haven't noticed it. I'm so sick of hearing.
I can't get up for this match.
Fiend. I'm so sick of hearing that shit.
That shit gets annoying as fuck, man. I can't get up for this match because I'm not excited for the John Cena and Orton feud. I'm not excited for Cody returning. I'm just not excited for this. Like, ever since WrestleMania 41, how it ended, I'm not invested in none of this shit right now, bro. Yeah. I'm really not. Yeah. It doesn't spike my antennas.
Okay.
I'm already looking forward to who's Cena's next opponent. Like, done with this shit, bro. I don't know.
So we both got Cena winning.
Yeah.
Does he do it? Definitely. Does he do it dirty?
Yeah.
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 A lot of the IWC is saying they want to see Cena hit the ref like Randy did back in the day against Cena. Remember how the bell rang and he just smacked the shit out of the ref?
Yeah.
DQ.
Yeah.
I was like, that would piss off so many fans in the WWE. But in the same breath, John Cena says he wants to ruin wrestling. So, am I taking it out of the equation? No. Maybe it doesn't happen at the beginning of the match. Maybe Randy is possibly about to beat John Cena, and then John Cena just picks up the ref and fucking attitude adjusts his ass or something.
Yo, now that I'm thinking about it, for Cena to sit here and say he want to ruin wrestling, right? I was like, damn, that's pretty smart.
Yeah.
Because he knows he lost a step. He knows he lost more than a step. He's like, yo. So now for everything he does awful, all he has to say was like, yep, I'm trying to ruin wrestling.
Yep.
Damn.
It's a good cover. It's a good cover.
It's a good cover up.
Yeah.
It's a good cover up, man. Because in reality, if he would have came out like the Cena and he wasn't trying to ruin wrestling, he'd be doing it low key right now.
Yeah.
Because he can't.
He'd be ruining wrestling without saying he's ruining wrestling.
Exactly. So
that's hilarious, bro. That's hilarious.
What else we got?
All right, so we'll just stay on Cena. Since Randy is not going to be his last opponent, who do you think his last opponent is going to be?
You would have thought Edge would have been his last opponent.
Yeah.
Right?
I got two names.
But I'm going to go with CM Punk.
Yep, that's one of my names.
If it's not CM Punk,
it's the Tribal Chief. It's the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. He gets his belt back, baby.
And I damn sure don't want to see that shit.
Oh, I do,
I don't want to see that shit.
I do. Roman
I don't even want to see
CM Punk. That's it, bro. That's it.
I don't want to see it because, what would be the storyline? Like, what would be the whole point of doing that?
Because Roman is the WWE man. Like, that's him right now. He's the top tier wrestler. He's the number one box office. He's everything. Roman gets his belt back. He has a year of trials and tribulations. SummerSlam doesn't work out for him. All this BS. Roman gets it back against John Cena. Saves wrestling because John Cena can't take the belt home if Roman Reigns just won the motherfucking belt. Roman's the biggest babyface of all time.
You know, the problem with Roman and how they're booking him, they booking him very fucking weak. They're booking him so weak. I'm gonna tell you why.
Yes, sir.
I mean, no, even since WrestleMania 40,
Yeah,
they've been booking him weak.
Yeah.
Because what he does when he loses the match, you don't see him for a long fucking period of time.
Yep.
That's weak as fuck, bro.
It was better when you're winning matches and you don't disappear for sure.
Exactly. Because you have a reason to fucking rest. Like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like, who wants it next, right?
Yeah.
But you losing a match and he gives me the sad puppy dog face looking back, and he goes back into the back.
Licks his
like,
big
bro,
dog wounds.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, nah, bro. I don't, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now, man. This is why when you asked me months ago, does John Cena turn heel? And I said no, because of his final run. This is the reason why.
Yeah.
Because a heel John Cena does no favors for anybody in the industry at all.
Does he go
But
babyface at all this year again? Does he turn back?
I don't think so, man.
I don't think so. I hope not. I hope he doesn't. Just retire a heel. It'd be epic, bro. Epic.
But a babyface Cena, going his last run like this, I think it would have brought a large number feel of nostalgia. Since we're gonna have all these nostalgia style type of matches, why not have the regular Cena just be out there, cut crazy promos, and be the Super Cena, of old, and just let him ride off in the sunset?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The heel turn should have happened years ago.
Yeah.
It didn't happen, so fuck it.
Yeah.
You know? But to do it now, it's just a waste.
Yeah.
It's a waste. It's a waste.
All right, bro. We're going to go from WWE to AEW. I know you probably got this written down. Will Ospreay is making WWE fans cry all day, all night. We're both fans here. But it ain't making me cry. This man says he's not a fan of WWE and he would out wrestle on his bad day everyone in WWE. What are your thoughts, bro?
And that's the motherfucking truth, bro. That's the motherfucking truth, bro. Listen, he also said, yeah, they got the biggest house.
Yep.
Yeah, they're the bigger company. Yeah, they do the bigger gate. He said, but when that bell rings,
ding, 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 ding.
He said they ain't got nothing on us.
Yeah.
He talking about AEW. And he's absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Again, I got no problem agreeing with motherfuckers when they saying some real shit. And he's saying some real shit. Not because it's Ospreay. It could have been goddamn Ricochet saying that shit. I'm like, he's fucking right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When that bell rings in all types of ways, the not the performers. Now let's get this straight. Not the performers themselves, but because they're in the E and they're relegated to wrestling that style of match in the E, they cannot hold a candle to fucking AEW's wrestlers, bro. Now, talk about let's say that when some of them come over to AEW, we can really see what they can really do, right?
Yep.
I guarantee you, there's some people in that motherfucker who can hang.
Yeah.
But we're all spraying them boys out there. I promise you.
Yeah, but Bobby Lashley's match has been pretty quick.
No, but we ain't talking about no Bobby Lashley now, man.
Hey,
he's a veteran, bro.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying.
We're talking about Speedball. We're talking about Will Ospreay.
I know, but name a WWE star who's come over to AEW and has been good. Shelton Benjamin. He's put on a banging match.
Yes.
I would say MVP did better in the ring than Bobby Lashley did.
Yes. I say Cope has been put on some great matches since he came to
but
AEW.
He's been putting on WWE style matches though. The one time he tries to do some AEW shit, he's injured. He jumps off a fucking cage. No. This motherfucker tried to do some AEW shit and gets paralyzed. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Hey, you know, like, look, but he still wrestles great in the style of matches. Remember, this is called All Elite Wrestling. All styles of pro wrestling is welcome under this banner. So even the sports entertainment style is welcome, right?
Yeah.
And he does it good, but again, he's been putting on some great matches, Cope. You can't deny that. Even though the WWE style is still good matches, right?
I agree.
It's still good matches.
I agree. Will Ospreay, hands down, probably the best bell-to-bell wrestler in the game right now. In the game.
Yes.
in the game.
And if people don't think so, you're fucking hating.
Yeah.
Like, that's a true mark.
Yeah.
There's no way you can watch a Will Ospreay match and be like, you know what? He sucks. Really?
Yeah. And I
Really?
agree with Will Ospreay. He said, if I came to WWE, all y'all would fucking love me. Like, y'all would love that style of
course.
match because
Of course.
we've seen samples of it. A Penta, a Phoenix. And why? Okay, this is another. Why do all these AEW people come over to WWE, and when they make their debut, apparently WWE fans don't watch AEW, but then they know everything about these motherfuckers. The roof
Yeah.
blows off the building when they make their debuts. Jade Cargill, Ray Phoenix, Penta. They show up in WWE, and all of a sudden, every WWE fan knows exactly who these people are. Insane, bro. I was there at the Royal Rumble when Jade showed up and made her like official in-ring debut in Tampa at the Royal Rumble. The roof blew off the building, bro. I was like, how do y'all know? How do y'all know her? How do y'all know her? Where do y'all know her from? They're like, AEW. Yeah, no shit. No shit. You know what I'm saying?
So this is what I say. Tribalism is pointless because I don't give a fuck what wrestling or promotion that you support the most. If it's wrestling on TV, you're gonna watch that shit.
Yeah.
Right? So wrestlers, pro wrestling fans watch all wrestling. They may have their favorite promotions, but they still watch.
Yeah.
Because again, like I said before, if you don't watch each other's promotions and when they make the jump, it's not going to be very effective as if, you know what I'm saying, you did. You know what I mean? If you don't watch it, you're going to be like, who's this guy? It's not going to be as effective. Why is everybody going crazy for this guy? Now you left out in the motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, do I think that all WWE fans watch AEW? Fuck no.
No.
I know that to be true, but I guarantee you a large majority of them, they know enough about AEW to know who the fuck is coming over here.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, if fucking Will Ospreay showed up on fucking Monday Night Raw the next week, they will pop through the roof.
Yeah.
They will pop through the fucking roof.
The building would explode, bro. And I always say this to the motherfucking haters online. I keep saying it. I'm like, y'all are like Dallas Cowboy fans, the AEW haters. Like, y'all know so much about AEW for not liking AEW. It's like people who hate the Cowboys. I'm like, damn, you know damn near more than I do about the goddamn Cowboys, bro. And I'm a fan. You know what I'm saying?
Why? You know why they know
Because they're
about the
so
Cowboys?
focused on hating, bro.
Yeah, because Stephen A. Smith knows a lot about the damn Cowboys.
He knows everything.
And they
bro.
watch that show.
He knows everything.
And
hates them.
And for him not to like the Cowboys, he know a lot about the goddamn Cowboys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's all the people who say they hate AEW, but they can tell you their ratings. They can tell you who main evented. They can tell you how many botches were in the main event. They can tell you the refs miscount. They can tell you everything about AEW, but they're like, I hate it. I'm like, that the level of like of fucking what, I don't even know the word. The level of emotion you put into hating is ridiculous, bro.
The
It's
level
crazy.
of stupidity, put it that way, that you put into hating something that you watch all the time. You know what I'm saying? Again, I'm so sorry. Some of these creators out here, they can't manufacture their own fucking product.
Yeah.
So the only thing they can do is just watch a product from either side and nitpick it to death, and then that's their fucking content.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, we ain't got to do that on the 4 Heelz podcast because
we
just
like both.
Around.
We'll call it how we see it. Sometimes WWE does some dumb shit, like Pretty Deadly and Fraxium. Sometimes AEW does some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's on both sides. It's on both sides.
It's on both sides, man. But no, Will Ospreay, I agree with him. He's right. Will Ospreay, bruv.
Yeah. And tying into that, bro, I want to know, people are like, this person's a better wrestler than this person. This person's better than this. Blah, 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 blah. What is the scale we're grading this on for the best wrestler? Like, because like we've said, like Roman is not necessarily the best technical wrestler, but everything he does in the ring with emotion and facial expression. So like when people are like, this person is greater than this person, I'm always like, well, how are you judging that? And they really can never give me an answer. So like, I want to know, how do you grade who you think? Like, why is Will Ospreay the best wrestler in the world to you?
Okay. To me, to be the best wrestler in the world or to be very good at your craft, you've got to hit these two things right here. Believability. I have to believe what you're doing in that ring is actually fucking happening. Now, do I know it? It is? Fuck no, I know it's not.
Yeah.
We all knew. But again, we have to be able to suspend belief for that period of during the match to be like, damn, that motherfucker, like, he really, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you do that every single time and your botch count is low, bro, you're very good at your craft. It's just like basketball. If you can dribble the ball like Kyrie Irving, then you're a great dribbler.
Yeah.
And if you can finish like the way he does, that makes you a good basketball player.
Yeah.
Okay? Or you could be someone like Bruce Bowen. Okay? I don't know if you know about Bruce Bowen.
Great defender. San Antonio Spurs. Yeah.
Great defender. And they call him Cockroach. Why? Because he stayed in the corner and shoot threes all day. You know what I'm saying? But that was all he can do.
Yeah. Now, what if, I mean, we was proven wrong. Check out Dynamite Review. But what if Will Ospreay could not cut a promo to save his life? Which he can, because we just heard one. But what if this man fumbled every other word? Would you still consider him a great wrestler?
No. Because to be the best wrestler in the world, you got to have all package, the whole package. You got to have the aura, you got to have the look, you got to have the in-ring ability, and you got to know how to cut promos. And Will Ospreay, and see, this is the thing, I don't know where that shit came from. Like, he can't cut promos. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
I have never heard him say cut a sorry promo.
Yeah.
Never.
I think
he can cut promos.
I think a lot of the WWE fans just ride on that one clip of him talking about Triple H banging the boss's daughter. And like, was that a good promo? No. It was tacky. It was cheap.
That shit was fucking funny, and it was good
funny,
as fuck.
but it was cheap in my. It was like, you didn't have to do that, bro. Bruv. Excuse me, we're talking about Will Ospreay, bruv. But
was it a low blow? Yeah, it was a low blow. But hey, who shot the first shot? H did.
Yeah.
So hey,
and a lot of people
gotta retaliate.
And a lot of people think John Cena is the greatest of all time. So like. And the only reason they're saying he's the greatest of all time, especially WWE pushing this narrative, Michael Cole, all them saying he was the GOAT before he won 17, was because he was going to win 17. They already knew he was. So they were pushing him as the GOAT. So is it like Tom Brady, he's got this many, which Tom Brady, Logan Paul, impulsive, you know who he said the GOAT was in wrestling?
Who?
Hulk Hogan.
Who said that?
Tom Brady. They asked him who the GOAT of wrestling was. He said Hulk Hogan. So, like, there's so many different, like, was Hogan really good in the ring? Yes, but it wasn't the wrestling that was good in the ring. It was him getting the crowd involved. It was this. Same with John Cena. John Cena gets your emotions going. So, like, there's so many different scales to say who the GOAT is. Same with basketball. Like, Jordan was this. LeBron is that. Kobe's that. Even Michael Jordan says the GOAT is it's different for everybody.
Right.
So like when I see this person's better than this person, all I want to know is what is the reason y'all say that online? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so let's take Cena for example. The reason why they say Cena is the GOAT is because he had the longest run of any major superstar, longer than Hogan, longer than Rock, longer than Stone Cold,
longer than Roman.
Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck right now as we speak. If there was a Mount Rushmore for the industry of pro wrestling, just right now, those are your four guys. I don't, and no matter what you feel about Hogan, like keep it a facts. Fact speaks. It's going to be Hogan. It's going to be Rock. It's going to be Stone Cold
and Cena.
And it's going to be Cena.
Yeah,
you understand? That is the Mount Rushmore of wrestling. The reason why Roman is not up on there yet is because of how his career started, and he just got to be the last 5 years something of relevancy to the levels of what those superstars with this name, right?
Yeah.
Now, it could change. How many more years he stay in the game? It could change.
Yeah.
But like I said, and the one that cannot go off in that mountain and would never go off in that mountain is Hulk Hogan. I don't care what he said behind closed doors. I don't care what he tried. He crashed the whole union. All that shit don't matter to me. I don't give a damn because when it's all said and done, Hulk Hogan is the reason why this industry is in the position that is in right now.
He's the one that made WWE take over all the territories. That was Hulk Hogan. That was it. There wouldn't be a WWE without Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan is the original superstar.
Yeah.
The original superstar.
There wouldn't be a Benjamin Shelton without Hulk Hogan. you know? That's facts. There would not be a man named Benjamin Shelton without Hulk Hogan. That's facts.
So now back to what grade. This is good shit right here, bro.
Yeah.
Back to how you think what makes a good wrestler, right? So you gotta have the 4 things. You gotta be nice on the mic. You gotta be good in the ring. You gotta have a way to connect with the crowd.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta evoke emotion. And Will Ospreay does all that, bro.
Yeah.
That's why,
bro. The biggest pop, bro. Hangman had a pop.
Yeah.
Ospreay had a bigger pop.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And Hangman pop wasn't a bad pop. It was a great pop.
Great
That
pop.
shit was loud. But when Ospreay came out there, bro.
Someone on Twitter/X tried to tell me that if you look at the metrics on TV, anytime Will Ospreay is on AEW, the ratings go down. I was like, that's false, bro. There's no way that's true. There's no way that's true. And I was like, if that is true, it'd be like Jey Uso with the online hate, because Jey Uso gets the most dislikes of any video in WWE history. But then you look at the crowd, and the crowd is fucking going bananas. His T-shirt sales are bananas. That's Will Ospreay. Y'all hate him online, but you go to the show, and everyone's there to see Will motherfucking Ospreay, bro.
I got you right here. Check it out. The reason why Jey gets the heat that he gets is from the wrestling fans. Pure wrestling fans don't think Jey should be champion because he don't look like a champion.
Okay.
Right? Will Ospreay gets the heat that he gets because of casual fans.
Yeah.
Because Will Ospreay isn't exciting enough for them.
That's good. That's a
like
good comparison, bro. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
different strokes for different folks.
Different folks, right? So casual fans love Jey Uso.
Yeah.
Because he's right up the alley. Pro wrestling fans, not so much.
Yeah.
His work rate and his ring moves, his moveset, and all that bullshit. Pure pro wrestling fans, they love Will Ospreay.
Yeah.
But the casual fans, not so much.
Yeah.
So
and I love both.
And I love both of them motherfuckers, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just think that everybody got their different niche of what makes a great wrestler. But you cannot deny there ain't a motherfucker in the game right now who's doing it better than Will Ospreay in all cylinders. Like, someone in the comment section, give me a wrestler who's doing it better than Will Ospreay. And before you give me a reason why you like Will Ospreay, because you're gonna say the same shit because it's flippy dippy zippies and cut it out. Cut it out. Let's not go there. Let's not do that. Let's not relegate this shit because he does too many flips and all this type of shit. Oh my God, what happened? What's his nickname? The Aerial Assassin?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something like this. I will be mad if someone's named the Aerial Assassin and he doesn't do a fucking flip.
Yeah. I know, it's like the genius Assassin of the sky not doing shit from the sky. You know what I'm saying? But like, I think a lot of the comparisons was Seth Rollins, Will Ospreay. And I just saw, Seth Rollins greater than Will Ospreay. You know, that little triangle thing?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are you basing it on? Because if you're basing it on promos and shit, I'm going to give the edge to Seth Rollins. 100%. The dude can talk on the fucking stick, dude. Dude is phenomenal. But if we're talking in-ring ability, it's Will Ospreay. And even if you're bringing up 5 years ago, 10 years ago, Seth Rollins, it's still Will Ospreay. Yeah. Is the distance a little closer from 5 years ago, Seth Rollins, Will Ospreay? Of course. But Will Ospreay right now is the best wrestler in the game. It's not even close.
That's it.
I don't know. Who would you say is second? Let's say that. Who is second? That's tough.
Second best in the game.
Just not over in the ring. In the ring, can bang. And I think he's in AEW.
Boy, damn.
Takeshita.
That's Takeshita, most definitely.
Yeah.
But damn, I'm over here thinking about fucking Swerve.
Like, yeah, Swerve's good.
Swerve is good in the ring. I'm over here thinking about if he was still wrestling, shit, Bryan Danielson.
Yeah.
Danielson could fucking go in that ring.
I'm not a fan. That's just my thing. I'm not a fan of Daniel Bryan, so his matches don't do it for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kyle Fletcher getting up there.
Fletcher, man.
I would say who's the best wrestler in WWE? Bell to bell, no promos, no crowd interaction, just banging in the ring. You got the Ilya Dragunov. That's what they're saying. We got Seth Rollins and you got Gunther. Those are the three names that I see float around the most.
And that's crazy. It's like people don't watch their fucking product. How do you say that statement, the best in WWE ring, and you not say Chad Gable in that conversation.
Exactly.
Bro.
Exactly. Because
That's
Chad
crazy
Gable's
talk.
not as over. Or, I know he's new. Grande Americano can bang in the ring.
It's crazy, bro. I was not expecting. I'm like, who? I'm like, what are you saying? Oh, bro, you talking?
2 talented motherfuckers in the ring, you know? I
And
would
you
say
know-
Ray
and you know who-
Phoenix. We'll give him this motherfucker can bang in the ring, man.
Ray Phoenix can get it, but check it out. I'm another person that everybody sleeps on because he ain't been showcased that way. Finn Balor can go in that ring, bro.
Yep. AJ
I mean,
Styles.
hold up.
AJ.
Hold up.
AJ.
See, I was about to say, how the fuck we don't talk about no AJ Styles?
Because he's not being used right now. That's why we ain't
That's
saying
what I'm
his name.
saying.
Yeah.
So there's people that can go in the ring in
Yeah.
WWE, but again, they're relegated to that style.
Yeah.
So they can't really be showcased these skills like that. But again, no, it's Will Ospreay by fucking 5 miles.
Honestly, in WWE, give him 1 to 2 more years, Braun Breaker is going to be up there with the best in-ring ability in WWE. It's not going to be that athletic, or it is athletic, but it's not going to be that aerial shit. It's just going to be brute force rest. See, that's another thing.
He's a bruiser.
Yes,
He's a bruiser.
that's another. There's different styles of wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Like Kevin Nash would never do shit. Well, I'm not saying Kevin Nash was a great wrestler, but I'm saying Kevin Nash is never going to be able to do Will Ospreay moves. You know what I'm saying?
You know who Kevin Nash? You know who who's wrestling right now? It reminds me of Kevin Nash's style in the wrestling game. And people gonna be like, "Oh my god!"
WWE or no? Big Bill. Big Bill.
No.
Okay.
You know who reminds me of Kevin Nash's style? Because of the small things he does. That, like, again, that's what made Kevin Nash a great wrestler, was the small things he did, the facial expressions, the things he would. I remember one time he was about to jackknife powerbomb Scott Hall in their feud, and he put him in his leg, and he took the cigarette, put in, opened the can of beer, drunk it, and did like this, and then jackknifed him, like little shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Roman Reigns has that same big man type of little thing. I ain't gotta do a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna do these things and make you and suck you in.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns and Kevin Nash, they got that similar type of big man type of style.
It's like when Roman had the dude and had, like, I forget, I want to say it was Dana Bryanson, but I'm probably wrong. He's like, my arms are big. You feel them big arms? My arms are big, bro. Like, just little shit. Like when he was fighting Cody at WrestleMania 40, he said, "This is my company, bitch," and just putting him on like little things like that. See, it's different styles of wrestling. If I'm talking overall package, I'm taking Roman all day, every day. If I want to watch a match, I want to watch a Roman Reigns match. Secondly, is Will Ospreay. Those are my things. If I had to choose, I want to watch a motherfucking Roman Reigns match and then a Will Ospreay match. Is Will Ospreay better in the ring than Roman Reigns, wrestling wise? Hands down. Hands down.
But see,
it's crazy discussion, bro. Everyone's right and everyone's wrong at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no. Everyone is right because it's all subjective.
Yeah.
It's about what do you prefer? Like again, the odds of wrestling. What are you watching when you watch for odds of wrestling? Like again, I'm actually a football fan. What is the number one thing you watching when you watching football? What is that you watch? Like,
well, I'm a Cowboys fan, so I watch Dak Prescott suck it up the whole time. So
come on, like what is the first thing you watch? Like quarterback play, receiver play, offense play.
Receiver play, I think, or cornerback play and receiver play. That's like the biggest mind game of the whole shit. You know what I'm saying?
See, to me, I like the fucking defensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a defensive dude. Like, and I like, the number one thing I like when I watch football is the strategy.
Yeah.
I want to see, because it's number human chess.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is. And I want to see who does what, who can make adjustments, because like I said, they said the first 10 plays of football is always scripted. All right.
Yeah.
So when they go down and score, I'm not too impressed. The real game don't really start until
second quarter, maybe.
Second quarter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I like to see, is the strategy, the coaching about football. So it's different for different folks. Some people just want to see high scoring and throwing the football and catching it and running it.
Yeah.
People see that part. Some people like to see sacks. Mother get knocked the shit out of their ass. You know what I'm saying? Defense. I like to see defense and strategy. Yeah. I want to see the strategy. I like when they audible and I see the defense do that. Oh, I'm like, oh, here we go. This is what I'm talking about. That's what I like.
Yeah.
In wrestling, it's the same thing. If your matches don't bang to me, I can't put you up there with a motherfucker I can watch all the time.
Yeah.
Your matches got to bang.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm watching wrestling for. I'm not watching wrestling for promos and storylines and shit. I'm the meat of the fucking program is the wrestling in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
That is what I watch that shit for.
Yeah, for sure.
Nothing else.
For sure, bro. For sure. All right, bro. So we going. Becky Lynch. She's on the Raw recap, bro. She takes a little dig at Bayley and Mercedes Moné, bro. Did you see this?
Wait, what? No.
So Mercedes Moné came out with this thing, and you can basically text her, but it costs $100. So like you text her, costs $100, right? So Bayley is on this podcast with, the WWE guy, Sam Roberts, who claims he's not in tune with WWE, even though he collects a couple paychecks from him. And Becky Lynch is like, yeah, Bayley's pretty confused. She's probably texting her best friend for $100. It was she took shots at both of them, bro. Both of them. And again, another AEW reference by a WWE superstar. Just throwing that out there. But
you want to know what's wrong? You know what's going on?
These four horsewomen hate each other now, bro.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's professional jealousy, for one.
Yeah.
And this is what we talked about. Remember, we made a post months ago. Because when WWE was so fucking hot, and he was like, do you ever see WWE going like this? And I looked into them, I said, it's already happened.
Yeah.
And everybody chewed me up online, said, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, WWE. Now, it's May 8th, 2025. There's so many cracks in the WWE brand right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I already saw it coming because it's just a natural progression of what happens in wrestling.
Yeah.
Now, as far as Becky Lynch, talking about Mercedes Moné, if I was Becky Lynch, I wouldn't put Mercedes Moné's name in my damn mouth for nothing in the world because Mercedes Moné can wrestle circles around that girl, bro.
Okay.
Let's keep it a buck, bro. Let's keep it a buck.
I would say Mercedes Moné for sure. Would I like to say? Would I like to see a four-way between the four horsewomen? Absolutely, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. Could you imagine that shit, bro?
Oh my God. A fatal four-way with the horsewomen. I mean, come on.
Rank them right now. Rank them 1 to 4, best wrestler to worst wrestler. You put Charlotte number 1?
Nah. I put Mercedes, bro.
Mercedes.
She's so much versatile in that ring. Mercedes is.
Let me get Charlotte and then Mercedes 1 and 2.
Okay.
So you're just the opposite. Charlotte number 2.
I'm the opposite. I'm gonna put Charlotte number 2.
Who's your 3? Bayley or Becky? I think I'm
gonna say Bayley.
Yeah, I'm going Bayley too because for memorable matches, it's Bayley for me. And then 4 is Becky. Ooh.
Yeah. 4 is Becky.
Yeah.
So like I said, if I was Becky, I won't be saying nothing about Mercedes, bro. Mercedes, she is the tier.
Yeah. And say people got 4 horsewomen, she got 4 belts. International. Bro. She got 4 belts, bro.
See, and this is what I'm talking about. See, this is why I say Mercedes Moné is better than Charlotte. Because Charlotte, all she ever done was work in the WWE. Yeah. Right?
And I saw that argument, bro, about Charlotte real quick. She's never changed her gimmick. Out of all 4 horsewomen, she has been the exact same character the whole time. Whole time.
True.
Crazy.
True.
That's crazy.
Maybe she don't need to change her gimmick. Maybe she don't need to change it.
Maybe she should have, and people wouldn't hate her right now. Maybe she should have, and people wouldn't fucking hate her.
Bro, I ain't gonna say what I was gonna say. I'm gonna keep that right here, bro. Look, but Mercedes Moné reinvented herself. She went from a WWE superstar to a pro wrestler, an international pro wrestler, wrestling in New Japan and all these other promotions, bro. To me, I think people who do that is like they hone their craft.
Yeah.
These are people who love the art of pro wrestling. You know what I'm saying? I don't get that same vibe from Charlotte.
Yeah.
Like Mercedes Moné always talked about, she grew up watching New Japan Pro Wrestling. So it was a dream of her to always go to New Japan Pro Wrestling and wrestle with those women. And let me tell you something right now. If y'all motherfuckers think that the American women is the best pro wrestling in the game, they good. But let me tell you something. I've been watching some old New Japan Pro Women's Wrestling. Bro, now I see where all they get that shit from. Those women were so ahead of the time of women's pro wrestling. Like, dare I say that New Japan Pro Wrestling is the reason why women are wrestling the way they are right now? Bro, I done seen crazy matches. The other day I saw a clip online. It was Asuka and another girl versus Oscar and another dude versus another girl and Suzuki, the older dude, but he was younger back in the day. It was a fucking
Banger.
intergender match,
Yeah.
bro. Like Suzuki was fucking up Oscar, like crazy work.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yo, what the fuck? Someone's gonna stop this shit? He was molly-whopping that girl, everything. But that's what I'm saying. The women's wrestling has evolved so much and is evolved into that New Japan Pro style women's wrestling, bro. Like, and I really appreciate that, because in Japan, they're the first ones who treated women's wrestlers, not as objects, not as divas, not as none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? They treated them as wrestlers. They wrestled. They fucking wrestled, bro. You know what I mean? So nah, bro. Mercedes Moné is the most polished and the best out of the group.
Yeah.
Because of her travels.
Yeah. And she's going to be the first woman to wrestle in the Aero Mexico Stadium, Madison Square Garden, and the New Japan place. That people,
really?
Yeah, she's going to be the first one to do it.
See, and it's records like that sets her apart, right? And again, it's the American mentality versus the international mentality, right?
Mm-hmm.
So right now,
that's the WWE focus. All we care about is what happens right here, instead of what the whole world views as wrestling. You know what I'm saying?
It's the football now.
Yep.
In America, football is king. In the world, no one gives a fuck about football.
They like their football.
Soccer.
They like their football.
It's soccer, right? Soccer is the number one sport in the world.
Yeah.
The number one sport in the world.
For sure.
The World Cup is the biggest event, even bigger than the Super Bowl. The World Cup is the biggest event in the sporting event in the world.
Oh, yeah.
And it's coming to Atlanta. Yeah.
Hopefully them tickets ain't WWE prices, because I'd like to go.
At least one of the games. At least one. Shit. But no, bro. Like, so who do you think?
I got Charlotte, Mercedes, Bailey, Becky.
No. The original joint. You never really told me your side. What did you just ask before we got into this?
Oh, just the shots fired at fucking Becky and Mercedes with the text message being $100. That's what led us into it. I just thought it was funny. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But the other rumor is Lash Legend from NXT might come up possibly at Backlash to be Becky Lynch's enforcer.
Okay, I can see that. But they better not do that.
Yeah,
because I don't think that girl ready, bro.
Yeah, well, they cut her fucking tag team partner Jakara Jackson. So
yeah,
there's nowhere for Lash to go, but maybe the main roster. And speaking of them cuts, bro. Speaking of them cuts, were you surprised by any? Are you mad at any?
No, I'm not mad at any.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised by any. It's the only thing that's surprising to me is that it was so little.
Yeah.
Usually it's a lot more than this.
Yeah.
You know?
And Braun Strowman, who everyone was kind of mad about, now that the dust has settled and we waited 3 days without our gut reactions right away and posting and all the hate and all this shit, is that he is still kind of under contract, but he's going to come back for like 2 month stretches. Like, because he's got like paralysis in his left leg or some shit like that, and that's why he runs so slow. I feel bad for making fun of him, but we didn't know.
We sure didn't know. I was running. Why he running like at the handbrake?
Yeah.
Like,
but so now he's gonna come back in short runs and just kind of do what he's been doing, putting over the big man, the Brosnans Reed, the Jacob Fatus. He's been putting them over fabulously. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then we got Cora Jade. I was surprised at that. But, she'll make a lot of money the Mandy Rose way, so good to go.
Yeah.
Good to go.
Yeah.
But no surprises. No surprises.
No.
Now, what everyone is kind of mad about is that, they make all these cuts and then we hear that they're re-signing Alberto Del Rio. So.
Look, listen.
So I was like, they had to. They signed AAA, man. And people are thinking it's Triple H's fault that WWE bought AAA. I was like,
no.
I don't think Triple H had a say in that, guys. Like, he's got people above his head that no one thinks Triple H answers to anyone, bro. People just think what Triple H says goes. And I'm like, you guys are crazy. You guys are crazy.
The WWE buying AAA does no favors for anybody except for the people in AAA as far as financial stability, right? That had Stephanie Van Kier when they announced that shit on WrestleMania 41. She ain't never spent no time in AAA, bro. She from CMLL.
She had a couple matches, I think. A few.
You sure about that?
I mean, she had a few there. She had a few in AEW. Not too many.
No. You sure she had a couple matches in
I think
AAA?
so. Or maybe
Okay,
WWE just tricked me.
I think they tricked you, bro. She was never in AAA, bro. She was in CMLL.
Yeah.
Okay. But that purchase, though, that is all that is. And I'm gonna go ahead to my stream the tie into this shit. All that shit is, bro, is a motherfucking monopoly blockage. That's all it is. They are buying up. They trying to monopolize the fucking independent scene.
Yeah.
They're trying to monopolize the fucking goddamn. They trying to buy AAA. See, I think they were trying to get CMLL, but CMLL say, "Nah, we don't need you, bro. Cause we've been existing for 11 years and we fucking doing it right."
And they
then
fuck with AEW a little bit too.
And then they wonder why AEW can say, "Hey, we're gonna come here for a Dynamite show in Mexico and sell that motherfucker out in 2 hours." Why? Because no one in Mexico, they don't watch WWE.
Yeah.
Because Lucha Libre style of wrestling is king in Mexico.
Yeah.
WWE don't do Lucha Libre. But you know who does do Lucha Libre? AEW.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And they make it, that's why you see so many luchadors, because Tony Khan, maybe Tony Khan is smarter than what we thought it was. He is playing the international game.
Yeah.
That's why the AEW in America isn't nowhere on the level of the WWE, because AEW is more of an international promotion compared to WWE. It's just a strictly American home-based promotion.
Yeah. Most tickets oversold, Wembley Stadium, AEW.
There you go. And then they sell out in Mexico?
Yeah.
But we have problems selling out big-ass arenas in America.
Yeah.
Bro, it's not nothing wrong with AEW. AEW is marketing to the international fans, bro.
That makes sense.
That's smart.
That makes sense.
That's fucking smart right there, bro.
Yeah.
I like that. So, yes, they sold out. And look, Backlash was Backlash or anything was supposed to be happening in Mexico, because they can't sell it in Mexico. WWE doesn't sell out in Mexico.
Yeah, that's what I think your boy Dave Meltzer reported, that Backlash was going to be in Japan. Wrong. And then I think he said Backlash Mexico. Wrong.
Wrong. Yeah.
How about St. Louis?
So I think us just talking about this, it just hit me. Like, I think that's what's going on with AEW and WWE. Now, WWE is just trying to prevent ways for AEW to grow.
Yeah.
We're going to monopolize the industry. That's what they're doing. They buying up all shit. They're signing talents who they think might be something in the future. We're going to sign you just to keep you away from AEW.
Yeah.
Right? But guess what? That's a whole big field, bro.
Yeah.
And AEW got two of the bigger promotions on their side. Everybody's like, "Oh, WWE bought AAA. That's a good thing." But AAA was in financial problems. They was floundering. All right? But guess what? CMLL?
Yeah, they good.
Fine.
I'm just saying, if Alberto Del Rio's your champion, you can't be doing too good, bro. AAA can't be doing too good.
Right.
Can't be doing too good, bro.
Let me ask you these thoughts. Do you see what I'm saying as far as WWE's trying to monopolize the industry?
Yeah, for sure.
And it's all because they're trying to stop AEW's growth.
That's how they started their cut. That's how Vince started the company, bro. It's monopolizing. They said, we buying all these territories, bro.
Exactly.
They the Walmart, bro. You know what I'm saying?
They're the Walmart.
They Walmart, you know? AEW's Ace Hardware right now. We trying to get there.
Ace Hardware.
Yeah.
I'll say.
We'll take our loyal fans. We at Ace Hardware. There's people that go to Ace Hardware. They won't fuck with Walmart. You know what I'm saying?
No. How about this? WWE is Walmart. AEW's Target.
Yeah, Target's pretty big, bro.
But not bigger than Walmart.
Nah, it's not. It's not.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You have to look online.
But see, Target's more expensive than Walmart, though. So that's where it kind of.
Let's not get into all that. I'm just saying, there's a whole bunch of fucking Walmarts everywhere compared to Targets.
Yeah.
I think only 2 Targets in Gwinnett County, right off the top of my head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, they buying up the industry, bro, because they don't want AEW to grow. And that's why they buying up all this shit. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? AEW didn't really get a lot of talent from AAA like that, except for the Viking dude. I forgot his name.
Yeah, Viking Care. I don't know what his name is.
Yeah, something like that. But shit, everybody else, bro, they come from CMLL.
Yeah.
New Japan, So
All right, bro. You know I had to bring him up. It wouldn't be a word on the street without Vince Russo.
Oh,
Had to
boy,
bring him
here
up.
you go.
This man says Triple H does not know how to put people over. And his examples were the shitty debut of Rusev, the shitty debut of Aleister Black. How you feel about that?
Okay, so he said Triple H don't know how to put people over.
Yes.
Okay, so let's count how many people has been over since Triple H took over.
I'll say Jay Uso. You kind of got to give that to Triple H.
Yeah, let's
but
go. Let's
kind of
give Triple
not,
H that. Let's give Triple H that one.
Bloodline started under Vince. So,
Yeah.
Who else?
So, okay.
Who else? It was hard for me. I was like, who has he really put? LA Knight.
Jacob Fatu.
LA Knight. Jacob Fatu. Yep. Solo. He had Solo over for a while.
Does Dirty Dom count?
Oh.
Because they just started with Vince.
See, that's that gray area. That's that gray. But like, because Dom was kind of over with Ray when they were tag team champs. You know what I'm saying? They were a
Not
fan
really.
favorite. They were a fan favorite? No?
Nah, no pop.
But even though Dom turned heel, you're still over as a heel. So that was Vince turning Dom heel on his dad.
Yeah.
That was Vince.
Who else?
It's crazy, bro. It's hard to think, bro. It's hard.
Who else? Like
I say LA Knight.
Bronson Reed.
Bronson Reed, yeah, until he got injured.
Triple H got him over.
Until he got injured.
Yeah.
Solo, yeah, I said Solo. Solo was over, but now he's kind of fizzled, though. He's kind of fizzled.
He has. What about women? Who in the women?
Rhea. He's definitely projected. Rhea. Liv Morgan.
Liv?
Yep.
Who else?
I would say Bianca Belair was already over with Vince.
Yeah, she was already over.
Yeah. Triple H's first re-sign was Dakota Kai, and he just cut Dakota Kai. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, so
Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton's over.
Tiffy. Yep. Tiffy. So I guess he does get some people over. I'm starting to see the flaws in his booking. Okay. Yeah. And like I said, everybody has flaws. Everybody has flaws in their booking. So maybe he doesn't know how to sustain the stars.
Yeah. He can get them there, but he can't maintain them.
Can't keep them there. So maybe Vince got a little bit of point or truth to what he's saying. Yeah. But because it comes from Vince Russo, bro, it's like
you gotta take it with a grain of salt, baby.
You know what I mean?
Grain of salt, Vince Russo. All right, bro. Real quick, I know we probably touched on this maybe a few times, but it's less than a month away. Give me your man and woman Money in the Bank winner, bro.
Well, man, I originally said Big Jim. But the more I see, Big Jim ain't being even utilized at all.
Nope, just backstage with R-Truth.
Men, give me Karrion motherfucking Kross.
I feel like you're going Roxanne Perez.
Give me Roxy. Give me Roxy. Yeah.
Shit, bro. I think Karrion Kross is the way to go. And then I want to say Alexa Bliss.
Jesus, I forgot that she was even back.
They're going to bring her back, bro. They're going to bring her back just in time to win this Money in the Bank. Or I would love to see my girl Liv Morgan win that Money in the Bank. You know.
Liv don't need it.
She don't need it, but I would like...
She already won Money in the Bank before.
So did Alexa.
And did a cash in. That's why I said I'm not even going for Lexi. Like, none of them need it.
How much percent chance you give LA Knight winning the Money in the Bank?
0. 0. He's cooked.
Yeah.
Put a fork in him. He's done. He's done.
Put him out to pasture.
He's not. The Kavokia ain't voking no more, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's done this.
Yeah.
And like before he was doing this, and then he did this. Now he's doing this, bro. And that's not good. You know what I mean?
Jacob Fatu came and stole all his clout, bro. He's like, give me that shit, bro.
Bro, you put Jacob. See, the thing is with Jacob, what makes him so good? Like, I knew he can go in the ring, right?
Yeah.
But his mic skills is on a whole nother level, bro.
Yeah.
That energy. Again, the eyes.
He's got aura.
That's what sells me with Jacob. His eyes. Huh?
His aura.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what sells me with Jacob, man. And LA Knight is good. Like I'm saying, I'm not gonna front like he's bad. It's just I don't think WWE know how to get him to that next level.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you one you're gonna be really mad about. Money in the Bank.
Who?
Long shot, bro. Logan Paul. Tell me Triple H wouldn't do it, bro. Tell me Triple H wouldn't. Could you imagine the biggest heel in the WWE with that Money in the Bank briefcase, bro? Or
I can see that.
There's always the online theory that John Cena is going to win the fucking briefcase just so no one can cash it in on him.
WWE fans don't care about Logan Paul,
bro. They do, but they don't. They don't know they care about him yet, bro. They don't know. I'm telling you, bro.
I'm going to tell you how I know. What's his merch sales?
What's his prime sales, bro? What's his prime sales, bro? With WWE fans, people drink that shit all day, every day, bro.
Man, don't nobody drink that nasty ass shit,
it's a $1 billion corporation, bro. Get off the man, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
Again,
I'm going to be right about Logan Paul. I'm going to be right about Logan Paul, y'all. All y'all can talk shit. All y'all haters, all y'all can talk shit. This man will be over eventually, and the crowd will love him.
You're probably right, but I'm saying right now.
Booing is caring. Like? Booing is caring, bro.
That's fine. That's good. But I'm saying, where's their merch sales?
I don't even think they sell fucking Logan Paul.
Got no fucking merch sales.
Bro, isn't it crazy? Sometimes we go to the arena and we look at the shirts. I'm like, why don't they have this shirt? Why don't they have that shirt? Like, there's only us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Sometimes I look at the shirts. I'm like, man, I don't want another Cody Rhodes shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got so many of them. We got John Cena right now selling merch, but I'm like, man, give me work. You know what I'm saying?
I'll give you a perfect example. Dirty Dom. Supposedly no one likes him and everything and that, right? But he gets merch.
Yeah.
People buy his merch.
Yeah.
Nobody buys Logan Paul merch.
It'll happen, bro. It'll happen.
So maybe he ain't as big as he think he is. And like that crowd said in Europe, bro, we don't know you.
Hey.
We don't know you.
We know him here. We know him here, big dog. I'm telling you.
I'm just saying, bro. Too fast, too soon. Sometimes it is not always good to shoot people right to the moon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But you got to think, I mean, look at how fast Jacob came up, bro. Fast as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
But you got to remember, man, Jacob's been doing it in the independent circuit for a while.
He has been. But.
And he's a fucking 5'2".
Yeah.
So that helps a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So no, bro, Logan Paul, bro, he still got a hill to climb. I mean, a mountain to climb. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And do I doubt that he can eventually be this what he's trying to be? I don't have no doubt he can. I think he will. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about the present moment. He ain't it, bro. He ain't it, bro. People don't like that motherfucker.
He's coming, bro. He's coming.
I give you that. He's coming. But that motherfucker ain't selling no goddamn merch, bro. That motherfucker don't care about no Logan Paul. No, yeah. I've never heard someone say, you know what? I want to go see Logan Paul. No one's saying that shit, bro. Shit.
He'll be there.
Nobody.
He'll be there, bro. What you got, bro?
If there's any chance, if there was a perfect chance for AEW to get up on WWE's heels, this is the moment now.
The build to All In?
Road to All In.
Yeah.
Right? Their WrestleMania is coming up. But I have never seen so many cracks since the Triple H regime started in WWE.
TKO's fault.
Because it is. Yeah. I will say that. I'm not going to put this on Trips.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it on TKO. And I'm going to put it on Dwayne.
And
I'm going to put it on WrestleMania 41.
Yeah.
I mean, you get between how WrestleMania 41 ended, all these cuts. Now we hearing this backstage beef with certain people. You know what I'm saying? Netflix viewership keeps going down. It's not staying. I thought it was going to do this and then flatten out.
Yeah.
No, it keeps doing this.
Keeps doing that, yeah.
That's not good.
Not good. No bueno.
Smacky. No one talks about Smacky ratings. Bro, Smacky doing this.
Yeah.
Do you think the WWE bit off more than it can chew? Too fast, too soon. That boom period they had last year, they probably thought we're going to ride that wave all the way into fucking another 5 years. Nah, bro. I say they won't even make it a year.
Yeah.
They didn't even make it a year.
Can we say that maybe The Rock becoming the head of the board is the problem?
That's one of the problems.
Because that's one of the problems. Ever since he became the head of the board, it's been dipping. Now they're selling out shows still. People still want to go to the shows. They still want to see the attraction. But it's been calming down a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, bro, it's calmed down a lot of bit.
Yeah.
The build up to WrestleMania 40, the hoopla and the buzz about WWE compared to WrestleMania 41.
Yeah.
Night and day. night and day. And that's with John Cena coming back and turning heel, and it still wasn't as big as WrestleMania 40.
And it's because the way the heel turn happens, it just wasn't what we want. You know what I'm saying? Like,
wait a minute, let's pump the brakes, because when that motherfucking heel turn happened, everybody named Mama was jumping out the goddamn trees talking about something. This is the greatest heel turn of all time.
But if it would have happened at WrestleMania, that would be in conversation to be a better WrestleMania than what it was. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Yeah.
True. That's true. So now that how many, what was it?
420.
Elimination Chamber happened, what?
Like in February? End of February. Yeah.
So from February to now to May, right? The heel turn. Bro, no one is talking about the heel turn.
Yeah.
And everybody who was saying the heel turn was bigger than Hulk Hogan, bro, eat crow.
Yeah. And it kind of sucks that, like, he did the heel turn and then he went away for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like, he went and started filming movies. And the only reason, the word on the street was, the reason they did that European tour is because John Cena was filming in Europe, which he said he wasn't going to do in this last year. He wasn't filming no movies, which was a lie. And then the reason they went to Europe is because John Cena was filming in Europe. That way he could be at some of those dates. So if they would have stayed in the United States, he would have made no dates, bro. That's crazy, bro.
It's business. It's John Cena is stepping away. This is why John Cena, he wants to dedicate full time to acting.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be a part timer. And he said he feels like he's cheating the fans when he's doing this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So no. I'm just saying, bro, the writing's been on the fucking wall for the longest time, and I knew this stuff because the only people who can stop WWE is WWE, and they always do it. They always shoot themselves in the foot. It ain't gonna be AEW toppling them. It's not gonna be it. They so scared of AEW, but they ain't looking in the mirror. A lot of this stuff y'all causing on yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So, nah, bro. If there's a chance for AEW to gain some ground with the American crowd, this is the time. And the number one factor is affordable ticket prices.
Yep.
Bro, you could take a whole family of 6 people to AEW show, buy food, drinks, merchandise, and still walk away less money than you spend on the goddamn
on the
WWE
tickets,
show.
yeah.
On the tickets and shit. And everything.
I saw someone saying, I think Detroit for WWE Raw just want to sell the cheapest tickets like $260. Bro.
It's not so bad. It's not so bad.
The cheapest ticket for a Raw? $260?
That's without fees and shit too. So
yeah, and that's one ticket.
We're talking about, oh yeah.
When we went to Raw, I bought both those tickets for $45, bro.
yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that's the old school WWE right there. You
I
know
was like, God damn, bro, shit is insane.
So what do you think? If there is a chance for AEW,
it's a chance. The time is now, if you will.
And let me ask you this: do you feel like AEW is on the right track? Because, like I said, since 2025 turn, they've been popping.
Yeah, the matches have been good. We're getting some more promos. We're getting some more storytelling.
Everything is storyline now. Everybody got a storyline now.
For sure.
And you know who hasn't been on our TV for a while? Jericho.
Oh, I'm cool with that.
Did you notice that?
Yeah. Be gone, Jericho. Be gone. I'm good without you, brother.
So this is the time, because WWE is showing some crack, some chinks in the armor. So it's a time.
Yeah,
it's a time, and WWE knows this. That's why they're afraid of AEW.
Yeah, I think the thing that might hurt AEW right now is losing Mariah May, though. That's gonna hurt AEW. Huge star. She was a huge star in AEW.
I don't think she goes to WWE, bro.
I know you've been saying that. I think she's going to WWE.
I just got this feeling.
100%,
I don't think she's going to go.
I think she's going.
I think she's going to pop back up on AEW TV, bro. And it's going to be a crazy pop because everybody thinks she's going to go to the E.
Yeah.
So
we'll see. We shall see, my friend. What else you got? You got anything?
Nah. That was the two big things right there, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, that's it. But shit, what's up? You got anything else?
I'm gonna just say our girl Chelsea Green signed her contract extension. Shout out. Loses the belt, gets a contract extension. Crazy. But, I would have kept that shit in my contract to keep that motherfucker, but.
Right.
But we'll see where they go with her. That means they got plans for her. That's all that means.
Not necessarily true. Just because they see a lot of these signs. I'm gonna tell you something. We're gonna get a lot of overhead.
Yeah.
In WWE because they're going to just sign people just to re-sign them so they won't go to AEW.
Yeah.
And that's crazy how the game has gotten that way to where you're going to keep talent on they let talent go like, you know what? Well, he wasn't on TV that much, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Dakota Kai, she was injured. She was here and there, so they know you can let her go. Braun Strowman, AEW don't really utilize big man like that, so they can let him go and shit. You know what I'm saying? They strategically make these cuts. Like a cut you won't see a Melo getting cut from WWE because they know AEW will scoop his ass right up.
Shayna Baszler, I could see going to AEW, but she wasn't doing nothing for the WWE crowd. So
so all this is strategic cuts. Everything is everything. Now AEW did win over the WWE. Word on the street is, I don't want to pronounce her name because I don't want to jack it up. But she was in CMLL. She's a new she's a wrestler. I want to say Spanish wrestler. I don't know, want to say Mexican or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Everybody thought
Latina.
Stephanie Vancure was Latina. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Everybody thought Stephanie Vancure was Mexican. No, she's not.
Chilean.
She's from Chile.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but she chose AEW over WWE because WWE wanted her too. And you saw the little spider crawl down the screen.
Yep.
That's her right there.
Yep. Hell yeah.
So this is good. This is good for business. It's good to have a competitive number 2.
Yeah.
Because like I said, it's only good for business. So AEW is going good. I wish we had time to really get into this goddamn AEW review.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Time. We will.
Shit. And I don't want. We can't do that shit in 15 minutes.
Nah.
We can't do
too much.
Too much. Yeah, too much. Because Dynamite was a fucking show.
Fucking banger.
That show was a 10.
Yeah, it was good. It was real good.
I don't know where it was at. It was in some spot, some theater in Detroit.
Yeah.
But that crowd sounded so hot.
Yeah.
I mean, the crowd was buzzing, bro. And I will give you credit, bro. I don't like them motherfuckers, but man, goddamn, bro. The Young Bucks. Damn, bro. Damn,
Beast,
that was a
bro.
Fucking good ass match, bro.
Best tag team in the game, bro.
Think so?
Yes.
You think they're better than Fraxium?
Yep.
Damn, that is good. They're a good tag team. And what made that match good was how they shot it too.
Yeah.
The different camera angles with the drone, like that overhead look. I like that shit.
Yeah.
I wish WWE would do more overhead shots too.
Yeah, they just don't have those tile matches where everything's going on here. They did it that one time with LWO and American Made. That was it.
Oh yeah.
But the Young Bucks, best tag team in the game. Hands down.
I can't dispute that. I really can't. I can't think of a tag team better than them.
They grown on me. I hated them. I love them now.
They're good.
All right.
Yeah.
That's it, y'all. 4 Heelz. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.
Yes, sir. Till next time.